Hi, so now you've completed section number 1 and have an understanding of what the United States was like prior to colonization, and you also have an understanding of what was going on in Europe. And so in section number 2, we're going to put these two cultures together and try to get an understanding of early colonization. This section covers learning units 3 through 5, and then there's an assessment module at the end. The first learning unit number 3, contends with the southern colonies, and that's this area on the map in yellow. Southern colonies were the first to get established. There was particular problems in the early colonial period that you'll learn about as you're looking at the southern colonies. You'll learn some key figures that were a part of the early colonial period in the South. And you're going to look at how the colonies contended with the Native American groups and what the policy was regarding the Native Americans in the various English settlements. Learning Unit 4 contends with these northern colonies. In northern and middle colonies, they settled for very different reasons than in the southern colonies. Their economy was different. The culture was different. And so what I would like you to think about as you're looking through Learning Units 3 and 4 is to try to keep an eye on the differences between the colonies. Differences in the type of people, differences in the economy. Focus on the differences in the lifestyle from these various regions. I am less interested in you learning the names of all the 13 original colonies as I am interested in you learning why those 13 colonies were there, what are their uniquenesses between the regions, the New England colonies, the middle colonies, and the southern colonies. And so focus on that as you're doing your readings. Learning Unit 5 contends with developments in the colonial period. The early colonial period had some particular dangers. It was difficult. And as things developed, as time went on, there were some changes. There was economic changes. There was social changes. And that chapter addresses some of those changes that's going to make the colonial life much easier, but not without its problems. And so you'll be noticing that as you go through Learning Unit 5. And then there's an assessment that covers those 3 learning units, Learning Units 3, 4, and 5, before you move on to section number 3.